So I stopped for a break, and continuing on. First comment I'm going to make is about the petrol. 170 or 175 if you get them to serve you. The idea of getting to serve you is only something I see in Italy. I don't see it anywhere else. I mean, occasionally people do serve you in other countries, but here you actually pay extra for the privilege. Anyway, what else I've done is I had something to eat. What I had was two mozzarellas. I had an excellent cup of coffee. It was absolutely brilliant. And mozzarella I had with olive oil. Now, what was so good about the coffee was I did a cappuccino, and what you do is it was near the end of the milk, and it was I think it was a particular type of milk because it had other things added, like calcium. I don't know if you had calcium in the milk, but there was quite a lot, vitamins or something. Anyway, you shake it quite vigorously, and this actually turned to foam. It was almost near the end. Now, normally, apparently, it's comparatively easy to do this when you've got 3.2 fat milk, full fat milk, but it's difficult to do with lower, and I only take 1% fat. Now, a few years ago, you were told to drink milk without fat in it, or not at all. Now they've changed. It's changed. The idea is different. You're supposed to now drink full fat milk, but I'm not going back to full fat milk because I don't want to get used to it again. And then be told, oh no, now I've discovered something else, you're not supposed to drink it at all. Anyway, so this cappuccino, and another thing I had was I make these little pills for myself. Now, how do I make pills? Well, my pills are garlic pills. What you do is this: so you get fresh garlic, you then you chop it up and you leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you swallow it. Now, the point of this is that when you use garlic in cooking, the active ingredient, so to speak, of garlic is actually lost. It's called Ali something or other, I can't remember the name of it. But that is actually lost when it's cooked. It needs to be raw, but you can't just eat it raw. It needs to react with the air before you eat it. So this actually brings it out. So what you do is I just take them as though they were pills. I chop the garlic up, and then I make a solution of lemon juice, which is a very good antioxidant. Put water in as well, so otherwise they'd have to take quite a lot of lemon juice to get down 4 cloves of garlic, and that, I believe, is good for my blood pressure. It's good for the heart. It's got clears out your cholesterol. Well, actually not too bothered about the blood pressure because I've got very good blood pressure, but I've got very high cholesterol, so that's what I believe it does, and so that is why I actually do it. Coming down into Cosenza, I've just gone past a couple of lorries. I don't do much overtaking, but in this van it's much actually quicker than my former van was, so it's a little easier to overtake. Fortunately, large sections of this motorway are under construction and or repair. which means there's a lot of that single file. It's so ironic when I think about it, how nice the weather was when I came here in December compared to the rather overcast and dull day I've got today, which is at the end of May. Now Cosenza to me looks like a very nice place. It's got this big castle which dates back to Frederick II on the hill. I know I keep saying this and it's in a rather difficult point, but how can anybody say that this is in shame? I think this motorway is it's built in such difficult circumstances. And I do appreciate that money keeps going missing, organised crime keeps taking it. I think that's what the shame is. It's the, despite the fantastic efforts of the people, the engineers and the others, it's the criminals which end up taking money from fixed contracts and which they then often don't do the work for. That may be the shame, but not the motorway itself. On the way here, I went to Cosenza, spent the morning there. Actually, I went into McDonald's car park and used their internet. As it turned out, it was totally unnecessary because I had plenty of allowance. But by the end of the month, I had about 8 giga left over, so I just used it to upload some films. To the light at the end of the tunnel. I did get the impression that Cosenza was a place I really wanted to see better as well. So Cosenza there on the right, and a bit on the left as well. And after spending 2 or 3 hours in McDonald's, I had a little bit of a drive around. I tried to get up to the castle, but I didn't quite make it. The reason I didn't quite make it was because of the car. I thought I'm going to park the car. I was a bit worried about it, so I came back down again. Also, I then spent some time in one of these service areas. I just continued working before driving down to La Terme and spending the night there. I think the castle here looks very impressive though. Up a place there called Paola. I even thought of actually doing that, going to Paola and then coming either to Cosenza, or I could actually go to Tarsia. So I thought that would be rather nice. Anyway, I found this very nice place called Capuccino San Giovanni, which was so good. I spent there 4 days and it was a very good idea. So there's McDonald's is down there. That's where you can actually. That's where I'm waiting there from. McDonald's on the right now, and I'm parked out the back. There's a public car park. There's not more space there. That's what I see.